The Call of Duty Black Ops 7 campaign is definitely a unique experience. I've been a campaign guy since Modern Warfare 1, like Modern Warfare 1, and it's always been a tradition of mine to beat the campaign before I even touch multiplayer. And this one, it has some high points, some low points, and some moments where I honestly had no idea what was happening. So here's my take on it. Oh, and spoiler warning. I want you to do me a favor. Close your eyes and picture Black Ops 2, the Battle of LA, chasing down Menendez, making story-based decisions that impact the world at large. Now what if I told you this was the sequel? Okay, that was a bit of a cheap shot, I know, but Black Ops 7 takes the ideas and characters of Black Ops 2 with some new elements introduced in Black Ops 6 and genuinely does a decent job at combining the narratives in Black Ops 7. That being said, the story definitely had some shortfalls. Before you even select a mode to play in Black Ops 7, you're forced to watch a pre-recorded clip of Menendez that apparently came out right after his death, a call to arms from the grave. But then you're immediately shown a new clip of Menendez saying, "Psych, I'm actually here." And then there's an interview with the lady that's been all over the advertising. This lady is Kagan. Do we know her? No. Does the game kind of just expect us to immediately see her as the antagonist with no reasoning and just tells us to go along with it? Absolutely. Then the cutscene ends right as it seems some action is about to go down, so you grab your controller and psych, part 2, now you're at the main menu. Click on the co-op campaign and you're launched into a new cutscene, this time of David Mason, who is played by Jack from This Is Us, or to my girlfriend Jess from Gilmore Girls. And he's walking through Arlington Cemetery to see the grave of none other than Frank Woods. But that wasn't the reveal Black Ops 7 wanted you to jump at. Mason was meeting with Marshall, you know, the guy from Black Ops 6 who worked with Woods in the 90s but was nowhere to be found or mentioned in the Battle of LA, but is also somehow a general now, I guess. Though I gotta be honest, this was an obvious shoehorn that anyone can see. Anyways, apparently Mason and Marshall kind of know each other enough to meet at a mutual friend's grave a year after he passes, and then Marshall, who is literally walking with a cane, tells Mason he's sending him to Avalon. What's Avalon, you ask? It's this place you visited like twice in Black Ops 6, and I guess it's the home of the Guild. Who are the Guild, you might ask? They're the generic bad guys. Anyways, Mason and his team, made up of Harper, because everyone loves Michael Rooker, Samuels, and 50, and you're tasked with going to Avalon to investigate a quote-unquote psyop. After fighting your way through bullet sponges, you find Kagan has deep-faked Menendez as kind of like an Iron Man 3 Mandarin situation, and she blasts you with this red gas that turns out to be the Cradle. That's a big deal because in the Black Ops 6 story, you fight the Pantheon to stop them from destroying the world with this psychological toxin called the Cradle. And the new general has first-hand experience with it. So now we're tying these stories together with the characters from the past future Black Ops games and the past Black Ops games and the modern future-based Black Ops 7 story. Only one problem. Marshall literally just says, "Damn, I remember that," and then that's essentially it.
The Cradle. Good God.
That means something to you?
More than you know. I haven't heard that name in 40 years. Thought it was dead and buried.
Well, it's still in our systems too, but seems our C-links are holding us together, so far.
That's good news. And I've got more for you too.
Now here's where the game begins to reintroduce some fun classic ideas from the Black Ops series we know. The mind-bending chaos of broken worlds and mental instability. I really hope you love that aspect because this campaign is 75% to 90% mindfuck territory. But don't worry, with the power of plot armor, your team also gets to live through your toxin-induced therapy sessions with the occasional memory from a side character. The story goes from there like you would expect. Mason and his team get told to take Kagan down and destroy the Cradle, and your team tracks down the bad guy and destroys the biological weapon. Wow guys, I think I may have described most Call of Duty campaigns with that one. At the end of the campaign, you do just that, only as the credits start to roll, the game fritzes out, and surprise, there's another bad guy. But don't worry, it's the guy who had 5 seconds of screen time in the prologue scene that you may never see again unless you look it up on YouTube. And he's still got control of Avalon, I guess, and now you have to stop him, but not in a campaign format. Oh no. This was Black Ops 7's way of forcing you into their new game mode, Endgame. So even at the end of the story, there's no satisfying conclusion because guess what? Perpetual Season's gotta be integrated. I backed out of that shit so quick. So ultimately, the story of Mason and his team is kind of useless and inconsequential, even though apparently David eventually has a daughter that is supposed to run some big company or something. I don't know. They fucked up the futuristic storyline when they nuked the Black Ops 4 story from existence, but why actually connect the games when you can leave room for more sequels? Or maybe prequels? Okay, now we got to talk about the gameplay. The story could be Full Metal Jacket levels of good, but if the gameplay that stitches the story together isn't good, then it falls apart. And boy howdy does the Black Ops 7 campaign have some hard to love gameplay. Right off the rip, you're shoved in front of some weapon caches that make no sense. It's basically a trade-in station for different weapons and ammo, but there's also ammo crates everywhere. And oh, did you know you needed a minimap in the campaign? How about leveling up your online profile and weapons through campaign gameplay? And oh, how about an online-only campaign? Yeah, I've got beef. I said it in the beginning, I'm a campaign guy, and I mean it. I've always loved the linear cinematic set piece that anchors the game to a time period or setting. The feeling of meeting new characters and fighting through unprecedented levels of war together is just something I've always loved. But you don't get that in Black Ops 7. My friends haven't gotten their copy of Black Ops 7 yet, and so I had to play the campaign solo, which is harder to do than ever before. First, the perpetually online campaign means no pausing, no breaks, and if you have to step away while you're tucked in a safe corner, you'll get kicked for inactivity. Second, if you play solo, you're alone. You get plopped into each mission with every single character talking over radio to you, even though you're supposed to be one of the characters, but they don't load in with you since no one is playing the mission with you. Third, there's so many enemies at certain points in the game, it's damn near impossible to actually survive the conflict unless you have squad mates. Fourth, for some extremely stupid reason, you could be watching the climax cinematic of the story and all of a sudden you hear a bunch of random people talking to each other because there's a bug that merges cinematic viewing experiences together.
To assist you, Chrome was upgraded to receive name As for Kagan, you got out of resignation. Alden
Mike
Dorn.
sounds like shit.
So yeah, playing solo was a bitter experience for me. And the enemies, good God, the enemies. Look, I am so tired of health bars and armor in a fucking campaign. There's nothing more distracting and immersion breaking than seeing a health bar above an enemy followed by having to lay 2+ magazines into just one. The damage done to enemies is whack, and if you're like me and hate the health bars, you can actually get rid of it in your settings, and I really do recommend it. It makes the game feel a whole lot better. Well, maybe just a little bit better. But let's not forget the most important thing. Remember how Modern Warfare 3, the newer one, not the old one, tried implementing the sandbox missions and they were generally regarded as the worst part of the game? Yeah, I guess Treyarch decided they could lean further into that idea by just taking the quote endgame map and just letting you run around different sections. Overall, the campaign was It's hard for me to not like a campaign, but Black Ops 7 really tested me. From a story that gave me nothing to gameplay designed to hand off players into a live service mode, Black Ops 7 made the blandish story of Battlefield 6 look like a Michael Bay film. I had high hopes, but I guess after 7 iterations of the same title, you probably run out of ways to identify Black Ops. My advice to Treyarch: if you don't want to make a Call of Duty game, just say so. If you want to make a Destiny-style game, then go do that. But don't change the core of what makes a Call of Duty campaign like that of World at War, the OG Modern Warfare trilogy, even Black Ops 1, just because you have a deadline to meet. Anyways, that's it for the rant today, but I'm probably one of a million out there right now, so anyways, have a great day and subscribe.